find if you're well advanced in age, then getting long-term care is prohibitive financially to be able to afford the payments. I discovered, and then I have another question.
Her question had to do with your age and getting coverage, and I would tend to agree with you. As you get older, the cost of coverage becomes dramatically higher. The oldest individual I ever covered with a policy was a 92-year-old. And believe me, it was very expensive. He was spending in the neighborhood of about $15,000 a year, but he beat the insurance company. He went on claim a year later, lived 4 years, and got all his money back and then some. So I'm not answering your question. It is very difficult. It can be very hard to get it at the older ages. If you get over the age of 80, 82 years of age, it's going to be very close to impossible to get pure long-term care insurance coverage, even if you're healthy. Annuity products will go up to age 85 in some circumstances with a long-term care rider in certain situations. But you are correct. And your second question?
Unfortunately, I came in late. While you were talking about the benefits from the VA, I get some, and now since my husband is starting to decline, you mentioned something about $3,000 a month?
The question she's asking is, when I gave the example of one of my clients who was able to get $3,000 a month in benefits from the Veterans Administration, it was a unique set of circumstances. He had been sprayed or affected by Agent Orange as a soldier in Vietnam, and for whatever reason, they ascertained that was the benefit they would pay. How they do that, I don't know, ma'am. You'd have to work with the VA, but there was a program that came out publicly in the last 4 or 5 years that people just didn't know about, where the Veterans Administration were providing these additional benefits. And there were people who didn't know about it, but of course weren't applying. Well, the Veterans Administration had been sitting on $20 billion a year that had been set aside for this purpose. Well, if you have dealt with the government at all, you know that if the money's not going to get used, it's either going to get yanked and put into something else, or they're never going to worry about it again. So you've got to go and ask these questions. And I can't tell you specifically who or who will not qualify or what the circumstances are. I just want to raise the level of interest so that people who are qualified get the benefits.
I can only tell you that upon recently discussing it, depending upon whether or not what's wrong with you is due to a military, what's the word I'm looking for? Huh?
Service related.
Yeah, service related. Thank you very much.
She's referring to service-related illnesses.
Yeah, if it's service related, you get paid. If it's not service related, you get assistance, but it's at a different level.
Right. So I'm not in any way saying that she's incorrect. It's really, you've got to go and ask the questions to find out how you qualify if you do.